Happy Cinco de Mayo.
De Mayo. Hey-oh.
Was it Wepa? The only thing we don't, Naz, we don't have sombreros.
Sombreros.
We don't have sombreros. We have tequila. We have some Coronas. I did not bring us glassware.
So we're drinking it right out of the bottle?
I mean, we can if we really want to. This will be a really, really extra long show. Or an extra short show. For Nazareth, if we decided to start drinking from the bottle. Which, I'm not advocating for or against. This is a judgment-free zone.
I'll get chocolate.
I was just going to say, Liz is here. She'd probably go run and get some chocolate.
Get some plastic. Would you like to do a shot of tequila? You can get us some plastic cups. Don't do no glass because that's more we have to clean.
Wash, right?
And everything is not
open.
The bar is open. Yeah. Oh, look at this. So now Liz is going to bring us some plastic cups. So we'll have to do a shot.
Now it's going to be a party.
Well, a happy Cinco de Mayo. Welcome to Live from Rabs.
Live from Rabs.
Inside Rabs Country Lanes.
Frankie and Naz.
Oh, that's right. Naz and Frankie.
We'll do that test again a little bit later and see how well we do.
Naz, I looked in my closet and this is the closest thing to celebrating Cinco de Mayo that I have is this awful
Well, we're a little
shirt.
Festive today.
Yeah.
It's not awful. It's perfect for today. It's perfect.
So Brian lost the bet on the time. I don't think you were betting on my shirt. And you know what, Brian? We have broken all the rules here on Live from Rabs. We've had dogs on the lanes. We've had water on the lanes. We had
beer
on the lanes.
We had beer a couple weeks ago. Yeah,
we certainly have. And we haven't spilled anything.
Oh, Frank.
At least on the approach. Yeah.
There it is.
I even had the D hearts were even here, and we didn't.
Well, if something was going to spill, it probably would have been. So maybe you have this upcoming Friday.
But
don't. Maybe we'll put a spill mat down underneath you.
That's terrible. Joanne, that is an awesome photo, and I can't wait to share that. Hi, Fritz, cousin Lois, Ronnie. And happy Cinco de Mayo.
The usual cast of characters is here today. Well, happy to see everybody.
Thanks for dropping in and joining us today. I'll keep that in mind when I come back. No. We are not advocating for doing what we do out here for others to do. The rules will still apply.
Correct.
The rules will apply.
We also have Donna Labalga with us today, Kim Finazzo, and Bob Lard is tuned in today.
It's nice to
Mr. 300.
Mr. Smiley, Mr. 300. It is nice. Listen, it is nice when we get the little alerts of people that are joining us, and whether they come and go is a right too. You can't. I mean, many of you stick around for the whole time, and that's always fun too. And we appreciate you doing that. Liz, what do you got?
So this is for you guys, and this is for me.
Oh, wait, Liz, pass those over. Yeah, are you going to come back here?
I was going to.
So Liz brought the little cups for us and the big cup for her. Yeah, good try.
That's the size shot I need.
Oh, you can have whatever you want.
No, I really don't, because I'll die.
The beer is actually it's warm.
No, yes, I will.
It's warm. So if we're having beer, it's
Is there a preference on? Sorry, Yoda.
Patron
he's going home tomorrow.
Which Patron?
We are sending.
There's 2 different Patrons. Which one would we like?
This one. It doesn't matter.
Was one of those
Don Julio?
Yeah, I'll take that.
Don Julio's not bad. I just
You want Don Julio?
You know what I do want to hear? So the chat started earlier before we pushed live with this comment from our friend Chrissy Kent. Will there be margaritas and tacos for everyone? So. We're skipping the lime, the mix, and the tacos, and just having.
We're just going straight to the
Are you all at home? And I want you to pipe in here because I am interested. Listen. This is unprecedented times. Even in my house, we don't celebrate Cinco de Mayo, so to speak. I'm usually here, or we'll go out. But it's not something we do. But tonight I'm going home and we're making fajitas, and
we're doing the whole. We might be ordering from someplace, but because I have lots of work to do when I go home. But Yeah, we're going to be doing the Cinco de Mayo thing. And it not only,
So do you usually do a Cinco de Mayo thing?
no, I'm usually working.
Yeah, I was gonna
So,
say.
I mean, we might do, like you said, maybe if it falls on a weekend or like a Friday night, maybe go out or,
You're giving her all of that? Are you nuts?
I'm only
No,
going to
no,
sip
no, no.
it.
This one is hers.
Oh, that's still a lot.
This one is
I'm only
mine.
going to sip it.
This one is
those that are
yours.
out there. Do you guys typically celebrate or do something for Cinco de Mayo other than going out? Because I know I have friends that go out, but do you guys celebrate in any way, shape, or form?
Yeah, let us know if you're a Cinco de Mayo's celebrator.
Me and my sister
And
used
what
to
do you
crush
do?
Cinco de Mayo.
Well, here, happy Cinco de Mayo. Cheers.
Cheers. Big
I
ears.
don't know what cheers is. How do you say cheers in Spanish?
Oh, that is super strong.
Cinco de Drinko.
Cinco de Drinko. Oh, that's delicious. And so while we were sitting here, I laughed out loud and I got this photo. So looking good there, Kenny Soto. Looking good. Now, did you see this photo?
That is funny.
So Kenny
That is funny. Clearly, Kenny celebrates Cinco de Mayo.
And it was specifically called out as a beachcomber hat. Not a sombrero, a beachcomber. I didn't know that's what those were called.
Well, now we know.
Now I know.
You learn something every day.
Happy Cinco de Mayo. Buffalo chicken quesadillas.
But yeah, Joni, just leave them on the porch and I'll pick them up because I
I'm a
know
fan.
we are fellow germaphobes, so I won't be visiting you. But yeah, just wrap them in a nice foil little package and I'll pick them up.
Oh.
So speaking of Joni posted something this morning, and I happen to be up because I don't sleep. The sunrise this morning was incredible.
So I saw did Joni post looking for a photo?
She posted looking for a photo, and
I saw that.
I almost went downstairs and got my phone because I kind of, from my window, I can see the Statue of Liberty and the kind of the skyline of Manhattan. I got a little bit blocked by the trees because now they're starting to bloom.
I know, but you could go all the way up.
I
and
can
you get
see
that beautiful view.
Yeah, and it was just incredible. It really was a beautiful sunrise. It really was, and it was maybe it was just another tequila sunrise.
Was that a bump?
Yeah, I segued right into it.
We should get one of those. We should get like a little bell, a little drums bell. I mean, if you're gonna make a face every time you drink it, maybe you should.
It's really strong.
I think I'm gonna start screen capturing.
No, please don't. Woo! Yes. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, it was a beautiful morning. It was a beautiful morning.
Yeah, I didn't see it, but I heard about it, and I would love to see some photos.
There were some pictures posted on Facebook. A couple people after Joni called for them. A couple people posted, but it was spectacular. Nice
were they real and spectacular?
Grateful. Yes, they're real and they're spectacular. Yes.
Name that show. Name that quote.
As you may have already guessed, we do not have a guest today.
No, and you know what? It was actually, I have to say, we could say it was somewhat planned because we talked a little bit about one, giving a break. Two, yesterday we had allotted ourselves this past weekend to assess the business going forward, what the landscape was going to be like. And I mean, we might have picked the perfect day because we got the information we needed.
I think that
we didn't know, and we didn't know that.
Right. You know what? I think that subliminally we were sending a message back and forth because there was no urgency about who are we going to get tomorrow? We need to get somebody. There were people we could have gotten. Yep, he got the Seinfeld. You got it. Very good.
See, that's why we like you guys, Ronnie and John. Donald Schwed did not make that quote. But hi, Don. Good to hear. Glad you're with us.
So yeah, I think so. There wasn't a real push to kind of get something on for today. So I think we kind of felt like we needed some time to drink. And what's happening over there?
I'm squeaking.
I heard it.
I'm squeaking.
Joe Laverty also guest Seinfeld.
I don't like that. I don't know why that is. I have to let Jimmy know. I'm squeaking at the foul line on 14. It's this thing. It's this lane. It's this lane.
It's 14.
It's 14. Yeah, but we have a great week ahead of us. I mean, this is always a great day with you get to spend it with us. And so we appreciate you continuing to watch, enjoy, and listen in. So a little bit about what's happening here. Never watched Brian. Never watched Seinfeld. That's oof. You got a lot of time now. I think you should.
You should watch. It's pretty funny.
Oh, and we even got specifics.
Yes. Yep.
Jerry's
Specific
girlfriend,
character.
Elaine, in the steam room. They're real and they're spectacular. Thanks, John. I could watch. I went back. I have the DVD set. I have the DVD set, and I enjoy actually getting up and changing the DVD because I have it. I mean, if I didn't have it, I'd be streaming it,
Right.
Netflixing it.
I don't know.
Netflixing
There's
it?
all kinds of new.
I don't know
terms
where.
coming out.
Yes, but no, I'm almost through it. I got one or two seasons left, and then I'll just do it again. It never
There's
gets
a
old.
crazy amount of TV being watched in this quarantining time.
Yes. So anyway, we come back to TV because we need to go back to. Did you go back to Money Heist?
I didn't go back to Money Heist.
Nazareth.
There's only so many hours in the day for me.
Nazareth. Nazareth.
It's good. It's getting good. It's good.
Yes.
Oh, you want to talk to me?
We're
about
up to they don't call them seasons.
Right, you
It's
said they call
parts
them
through
parts.
1 to 4. We're just starting part 4 tonight, and I mean, it's good. I'm not on the edge of my seat
as
like
much
what-
as the beginning.
Right. Hi, Michelle. I just burped tequila. That's a woof. Mickey. Yes. Mickey.
Of course, that's something he would like.
Mickey, did you watch the whole season? Have you watched the whole thing? I've been on the edge of my seat all of this time. The last couple of episodes, not really, because you have an idea of the formula of what's going to go.
Anticlimactic. You can kind
A
of
little
figure it
anti,
out,
but
right.
it's building back up. So
Right.
part 4 seems exciting. You just don't know where it's going to go.
And I think the shows they come out with now, like Ozark and those cliffhanger type shows. I think they kind of threw away a formula because now they use it to manipulate you because they take you down a road and then they come up with something totally off the wall.
Oh yeah, yeah, and Ozark was the same thing. It's very hard to watch a TV show and be on the edge and always be on the edge of your seat.
Right.
I felt that way with both of these shows,
Yeah.
and so that means that the writing is good, the production's really good,
And the characters are pretty good. I mean, Jason Bateman, he's good in whatever he's in.
yes,
He's
Believable.
really, really well. Very believable.
and Laura Linney.
Yeah.
She's
really good.
She's great, and there,
And she bounces back and forth too. Like you like her, and then she's like, "What is she thinking?"
I think she won the Emmy for that.
Did she?
for that show?
Really good. Very good.
So, come back to bowling for a moment.
Yeah.
So we mentioned it yesterday. So the governor, in the phases plan that was set up by the federal government and then adopted by the states, the governor has identified entertainment centers in phase 4, which we classify as an entertainment center. There are still some unknowns within all of that, and we assume that we be the last to open.
Yep.
And if based on our calculations and what we know today, if all goes well, we would probably have the opportunity to open up the last week of June
or the beginning
of July. See, Pam loves my shirt. Thank you, Pam. Hombre, she actually called me. Love the shirt, hombre. Thank you, Pam. So we're thinking it's going to be more like July 1st. I mean, there's got to be a date set, and that's all goes well.
Exactly, and that's if they go through all of these phases and there's no setbacks. Because obviously, if they open a phase and something goes askew, or there's a spike in one of the criteria that they're looking at, then all bets are off, and they stay in that phase an additional amount of time.
Right.
So
we're at least
at the minimum. I think. Yep.
So, and listen, we want to be back yesterday.
please.
But we know that's not logical, and we know are hoping that if it does become July 1st, we'll be ready to rock and roll here. We've been doing some work internally. We're not spending any money, so to speak. Really, we're really
trying not to. That's for sure.
Focusing on a lot of maintenance stuff that could get done during this time.
Correct.
And then our staff's going to start coming in closer to opening. We've got some deep cleaning that we can do and stuff. It just makes more sense to do it as we get closer.
Sure.
The sad part, in a way, is the league season. So we were ripping through the league season. No winter. We really had. I think we had one night with cancellations.
It was maybe. 1 night with cancellations.
It really was smooth sailing season until this, of course. So we have anywhere from 8 to 12 weeks left in the 1920 season, and we've communicated with the league officers in the last couple of days, and it does seem like light at the end of the tunnel, and there is certainly light at the end of the tunnel, Fritz, and there's a pot of gold, hopefully, at the end of that rainbow.
It's not a freight train.
So we have leagues at anywhere from 8 to 12 weeks left in their season. And so we've just started we've continuing to communicate with our league officers. We've provided a couple of options, and it really comes down to ending the season at the time that we shut down. So March 16th was the last day that any league bowled. And really with only just the day leagues bowled that day.
That day, yep.
No evening
Manic
leagues.
Monday and Golden Oldies.
Golden Oldies didn't bowl that morning.
Oh, that's right. They didn't.
Just the ladies.
Just the ladies bowl that morning.
Yeah.
That's right.
So that was like the beginning of the end. We closed that evening at 6:00. So we're going to be communicating to all of our league bowlers and all of our customers on what the opening looks like, and then how we're going to achieve that. But with ending the league season, talk about anticlimactic.
Yeah. It's disappointing for a lot of people, and particularly us. And it's for teams that were at the top of the standings, maybe in their respective leagues, it was a little bit of a bitter pill to swallow, but you try to do the thing that's the most fair to the the largest number of people, and chalk it up to a crappy experience and move on for next year.
And in some cases, Danny Dunleavy gets a shout out here. Danny says, whatever happens here, and I'm getting some money back, he's probably getting more money back now than he would have if he would have actually finished the season. So, leagues with split seasons, the first half of the season has already been determined.
Right.
So, prize checks would be delivered on the first half standings, and then for the remainder of the season, what you've paid in will be returned to you.
Yes,
it's very difficult for us to end the season and then say, "Oh, I'm in first place today," and award first place. We basically would take the second half of the season and as if it didn't happen. However, your averages count. We ended on week 30, week 28, or whatever it was. It would be that would be your average that goes into the book for the upcoming season. There are some so Mickey brings up a good point. We would love to continue the winter season, and that was our plan. Our plan was to continue the winter season through as much as we can, and it's not logical. If we can open up July 1st, we also don't know what a July 1st opening looks like.
We have no idea what kind of restrictions we're going to have on occupancy. We are assuming that as we went into this, where they restricted our occupancy before they closed us, that we're going to go back in the same way, that there's going to be some restriction on occupancy. And now how do we make that feasible for league bowling?
Right. So we're full most nights. So how do we then how do we accommodate that?
How do we, and who do we accommodate?
Because we can't accommodate everybody. And then a 7:00 league, you'd have to bowl at 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock. We really looked at all the options in our schedule to try to make that work. And if we knew we would have no social distancing measures, then it would make it a little easier. Yeah, it would be an easy decision to make. listen, for any business, financially, it certainly makes sense that we would complete the season. It's logistically, it's not going to be feasible. So what we're planning on is that we'd have a little bit of a short summer league season. Not all the leagues would look the same. Maybe we're talking doubles and trios.
Right.
Smaller teams, we probably may have to schedule every other pair, but we will have some sort of summer schedule that we'll put out there just to get ready for the new season in September. But maybe a 6-week season.
6 weeks to 8.
It could even be a 4-week season depending on how far we get up.
Right.
But we're going to look at
we'll
our
see
options.
we don't know until we see how the phases go into effect and how we go forward from there.
Yeah, and so the beauty, Pam, sadly, Pam goes, oh, wow, July 1st. And it's true, because our business is so different than a restaurant and a bar. The crazy part about the bars and restaurants, it's still a little fuzzy because what we're saying in some cases, you could have people in your restaurant, but you can't congregate at a bar.
Yeah.
So the bar can't have any seats, but you could social distance in the restaurant. And in small places, restaurants are going to have to decide should I open? We'll talk a little bit about the restaurant scene with Pam on Thursday.
Yeah, sure. She'll be able to shed a little light for us.
Yeah, and someone who is in the business and has an understanding. I mean, this is unprecedented for all of us. So we just don't know. So ideally, the cool part, which we talked a little bit about yesterday, we're going to have because we're going to be the last to open, we're going to have the leg up a little bit.
Yeah. We're going to learn from everybody else's mistakes.
And successes.
Correct.
And we talked about, throughout the bowling industry, there are all different things happening. There are some photos floating around the Facebook world today from a bowling center in Illinois who has completely embraced the plastic walls in between pairs. Yeah. You probably should slow down on the tequila.
I did slow down. That is me slow.
Oh, she's making a face and holding her head. So if the face goes down, just let me know. Maybe we should start a pool. You guys are gamblers. How long it takes for Naz's head to go? Boop.
That's not happening. It wasn't that big of a shot.
I'm kidding.
So yes,
and people are laughing about it. People are commending it, and it's really mixed reviews. Personally, I don't know how I feel.
Yeah.
I don't want to share an opinion. The person who owns that business is doing
what
best
they need to do to survive for them. Right. Yeah, absolutely.
There becomes a cost factor. John Wilders gives you 15 minutes, Naz. We just don't know. And the cost factor of all the measures certainly is something to be weighed.
Absolutely. I can't even imagine the investment that cost. And even some of these restaurants that they're talking about reopening and putting partitioning in, that's a tremendous expense. And you're looking to going back into business at a difficult time. And it's just going to be it's going to be hard for some people. Everybody's going to try to make the best decisions they can for their own business. And small businesses are unfortunately going to have a hard time.
Yeah. That's across the platform though, because people won't be back to, but if we're not at 100%, people aren't going to be working,
Exactly.
And so unemployment still, it won't grow. It'll come back down because a lot of the workforce will go back, but certainly won't be 100%. Brian, just reboot your computer. That's probably what you got to do, or reboot your Wi-Fi.
And then you have the other issue is that people are getting in the unemployment thing. Some people are getting an extra $600 a week, which is making things comfortable for them now. That ends in July,
right? So in some cases, some people are able to pay more bills because they're making more,
right?
With that.
So now when that ends, people are really going to have to make some tougher choices. So,
yeah, and we'll see.
Yeah.
Aaron, hopefully July 1st is the date we can bowl. That's the planned date, hoping all goes well. and we'll see where that goes. So we're going to forge forward with that plan. But we've had different small business owners here on the show, and we're going to continue as we continue the show. We're going to learn some more. It's going to be interesting just to truly see what happens. Yeah. We already have businesses that have shuttered their doors, have announced that they're not reopening after this.
Yeah.
And so our friends, the DiBartolos, Joanne DiBartolo, posted Chrysalis Salon. They're retiring after 33 years, closing the shop. And so again, they're not the only ones, but there will be others. And listen, for some, for them, they've done it a long time. Maybe this was the kicker.
Right. Maybe they were in motion, to put themselves in that place anyway. But, you don't want to really go out on a note like that.
This is not how you want to go out.
Yeah,
for sure. And there are already some bars and restaurants. So all we have to do is we continue to support the small businesses that you can during this time that are out there. We can't stress that enough. I know it's easy to say that, and even for someone, for us, it's not easy to do that either. Yeah. But to the best of your ability, do a takeout order, and support your small markets. Rob Hart said it well the other day. We were talking about his book and then buying books and buying products. Right. Yes, is it easy just to order off Amazon? 100%. And there are small businesses
within Amazon.
Yes. So there's a mixture. However, there are a lot of products that we do have access to locally. Yeah. Consider that first before
taking the convenient route. Although I love Amazon,
I didn't see, and me too. I can't say nothing about it.
Yes, I did hear about Denny's.
I didn't see that about Denny's.
Yeah, I did. I did see that.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
it is what it is. A sad story. We have a lot of diners here.
Yeah.
And so for a chain like that, it was a local business owner that that bought the franchise and operated the place, and I wish them well. But this landscape in New York City, I think, especially in Staten Island, is harder for those types of restaurants to survive, businesses, even the pizza.
Or say like an Olive Garden, someplace like that. What chance would an Olive Garden really have on Staten Island? I'm just bringing it up as an example.
Right.
There are so many genuine
Italian
and
restaurants.
I'm no knock against Olive Garden. But honestly, in a landscape like we have, they're going up against Trattoria Romano, Italianissimo, Basilio's Inn. I can name, within 3 miles of here, I can name a dozen great Italian restaurants.
The only thing we really don't have is a salad bar.
and what does everybody love? The
breadsticks.
The breadsticks.
They do have good breadsticks. However, we have amazing bread here on Staten Island.
We do.
Come on. So if you really want good bread, there are plenty of places to go get bread. So lesson of the day, support our small businesses. Some of them are, many of them are essential and open. If you're paying attention to silive.com or watching Pamela Silvestri, and again, she'll be here with us on Thursday, she's got a log that they're keeping track of all the restaurants. She'll tell you that the most commonly asked question are the Chinese restaurants.
Yeah.
My sushi place opens today. I'm very excited. I got a text message from Jenny, and Jenny says Genki is open tonight. And then the other part to take in consideration, which we might have to also, even if we open July 1st, do we open for our regular hours? Do we open 9 a.m. to 1 a.m.? Or do we open call it 3 p.m. to 10 p.m.? Or 10 to 5? I don't know. We'd have to take that in consideration based on what we know.
Right. Correct.
So if we're going to operate as some sort of a league business, so we'd be open at that time, but will it warrant being open during the day if we have to distance? And I think we're going to see a lot more of that with the especially with restaurants.
With restaurants, yeah.
Probably not if they could open up. They may not open for lunch.
I tried to stop at Home Depot on the way here, and I don't know if it's something they just started doing. There was a line outside. I guess they have started. Is it? Maybe I just got lucky when I went to Home Depot a couple times.
They did limiting the number of people in the stores.
Obviously, yeah. Which I guess is good. But this morning I also went to a doctor's appointment. I had to go to the eye doctor, and they're changing the way they did things too. I had an appointment. I sat in my car. I told them when I was outside in the parking lot. They called me when they had room in the waiting room. I went inside, and then within a couple of minutes, they took me in for my exam. And they took my temperature when I came in. And yeah, but I think we're going to see more and more of that.
Oh yeah.
Temperature taking on the way in. And listen, I honestly didn't mind. I would rather wait in my car than a crowded doctor office.
Yeah.
And take my temperature. That's fine.
Yeah. It just,
Although there was a slight bit of apprehension that, like, what if they do it and I have a fever? Then what do I do?
then I got to go back home.
Yeah, I got to go
now
home.
I got to assess my own situation.
Correct.
Did I contract something?
Right.
Am I sick? And that's the other challenge too. Like anybody, you could have a fever with
so many other
anything.
things.
And so now, I think the larger concern that I have, and we've talked about this, and how far do we go? Right, we need to make sure the public feels comfortable with going out and being around people after all this, and that's going to take some time.
And we have to make sure that our staff feels protected and comfortable in their environment,
which is the most important. And then, of course, the most important, of course, are the customers too. It's a two-way street. So how do we? And I believe there are people that are just not going to go out. I mean, people are going to stay home for the sake of staying home because they're just afraid to go out, and that can only live so far. We'll see. We talked about this with Dr. Dean. We have it, and I think the term that I've been using is that we have retrained consumers.
Yeah,
consumers have been retrained in this environment. Some who haven't left the house, some who are at stores every day.
Yeah,
and then the people that have gotten sick and have gotten better. What's going on in their heads?
Right.
There are a lot of.
It's a lot, but also Dr. Dean did bring up that. This is really an opportunity, and the way you view it, changes your perspective of it, and that this is it's different. We're going to have to do some things differently, and it's not going to be. We shouldn't. What I felt his point was, his message was, let's not sit around and wait for things to go back to normal,
because there's no normal.
Normal is just a word for what we used to do. Right. So, like after 9/11, it wasn't normal to take off your shoes in the airport. Now, unless you're bougie like you, and you have
not bougie, travel often,
and then you travel a lot, bougie, and then and you're pre-screened, but for most of us,
you call me bougie because I travel a lot. No. Dude, I'm going back to dude. Do I go on vacation?
I didn't say bougie meant vacation.
Bougie. I don't go on vacation.
Just meant for people who
I need to go on a vacation.
Yeah, we all do.
Vacation doesn't even exist in our vocabulary.
Don't
calling me bougie.
Anyway,
I need some friends to stick up for me here.
It's different.
You're not bougie.
It's just different. It's different.
Spoiled to some case.
It's different. It's not normal. This is the way it's going to be.
You don't come into work in red bottom.
Oh God. Yeah, bougie would be red bottom shoes. You're right. And see, Chrissy, you're not denying the whole hashtag bougie thing. You're just feeding into it. Steve O'Brien, he wants some queso dip. Free the Mexican restaurants. I like that. That's hysterical. We should queso. We could have had some queso here while we're sitting here talking and munching on chips.
That would be nice. Yeah, and drinking tequila.
Yeah, and so the whole thing with and traveling has the new norm. To your point, has changed. And although here's another new norm. Not taking off your shoes. For those of us who travel a decent amount that have the pre-check, moving forward in its current form. New York residents won't be able to reapply.
Correct.
Because of the changes in how we issue licenses. Now, I don't want to get into
that's all right. Very political.
It's something. It is. Right. It's very political. And both parties are right and wrong.
Correct.
So here we are. Now you have this normal that now you got to recreate a new normal, and it's for a segment. Right now, it's our state that has
any states that are sanctuary states. That are
but not all sanctuary states fall into that.
But that are loose with the way that they, like you said, that they issue driver's license. I understand the meaning behind it, and but like I said, this is if we just don't get hung up in waiting for things to go back to normal and just deal with what's in front of us. And that's kind of what we're doing.
Yep.
It's not like, well, we're going to wait till this happens and we're going to wait for this to happen. And then no, this is the way we're going to operate for now. So
listen, whatever
That's
the
where we
whatever, and I don't even know what normal was before, right? If any of you, without going to Webster, to somehow define normal, because I don't, there really
is
isn't
it
a
not, it's
normal.
not in the book, is it? It's not in here, is it?
I don't think normal is an option for your personal feelings.
Normal
I feel
time.
normal today. There's no such thing.
No,
But to the point, right? It's what we
not.
know and what we do. Dennis, I hope your barbershop reopens too. But why don't you just ask Olivia to help cut your hair? I'm sure Olivia would do that in a heartbeat. I'm waiting for Olivia to pipe in there. See what she says about that. Hey, Naz.
Yes,
so
Frank.
normal's, I don't think normal's in there, but you could find something close to
No,
normal.
it's not. I'm looking.
My close to normal today is hunky dory because that's just perfectly all right.
Oh, that's cute.
just okay.
That's cute.
Uh,
I'm feeling chipper.
Dennis, yes, I said your wife should offer you cut your hair. See how that goes. So a couple of things. So one, the other day, Liz teased on this. We've been showing old photos, and I've got the old photo from where we are sitting currently. I don't remember. This has to be 96.
Oh, dude, you have to use that one?
That's the only one I got. This is from the Staten Island Advance file photos, and we had a wedding here at Rab's Country Lanes. Yeah, Liz, you're there. Red carpet down lane 13 because that was Helene's lucky number. And we had the bowling center. All the tables and chairs were away. This is before what we have today, but as you could see in the background. But we've had a lot of happenings here, including a wedding. But this is exactly where we're sitting. And see the flower girl. I was that size too.
Picture?
Who's in the picture? Liz, you, your sister, Christina. Melissa's the flower girl, one of the flower girls. I don't know who the other two girls are.
I can't even see it.
My
They put
dad,
drops in my eyes. I can't see.
Rab, Eric Hoppy. Yeah. Wayne and Helene. 1996, right? Ish.
Aroundish.
It was right because we started all the work in
Right, it
96,
was right,
90,
yes.
97, 98. So before all that was done. So check that out for an old photo. But that photo was from the Advance that appeared in the Advance right after the wedding. We've had a lot of events here at Rab's Country Lanes.
Oh, we have.
Hey, speaking of, oh God, Liz, you're gonna remember this one. I went back to the archives. Now this is on our YouTube channel. This is from 97. Yeah, that had to be like 96, 97 because we had changed the masker units before we got the new ones.
Right.
In 98. Check it out. This is a commercial from 1997. I mean, this is pretty funny. I remember this. I remember us filming this.
I definitely remember this being filmed.
Rab's Country Lanes is your destination for fun 7 days a week. Whether you're outscoring your friends, refining your technique with a private instructor, or
There he
developing a new
is.
style of your very own, Rab's Country Lanes has something for you. Check out the merchandise at our in-house pro shop.
Look at
Grab a
Jimmy.
snack while watching the action below. Inquire
Oh,
about our deluxe
what's her
birthday
name?
party plans
Ava?
or cosmic party packs with glow-in-the-dark bowling balls and laser lights. Rab's Country Lanes.
Tommy?
1600 Island Boulevard.
Check
Still
out-
bowls like that.
Now check out that crew.
That's
How cool is that?
cool.
That was from 1997. That's an old commercial. Joey G did that. Joey G's Making Memories. If you remember watching weddings on Channel 13, on CTV, Channel 31.
Making memories.
That's pretty cool. I do remember filming that. That was a fun afternoon, and we had a few of them in that time frame. My dad liked the commercials.
Yeah.
And then the one of the last ones was the Cosmic when 98 when we were of the first to have Cosmic Bowling under the brand Cosmic Bowling. And then that had its own little fancy commercial too. But pretty funny stuff.
Those were the days.
Just Dougie Fresh behind the front counter.
Gotta get back behind the counter.
Doug Frost, Milton, Crystal, Tina. You saw Keith and Jimmy in the pro shop?
Was
Keith
the
and
customer
Jimmy.
in the pro shop.
Who's singing? She's starting to. Oh, Naz is. Oh, see, if she starts singing, we know that we're off to a start here. But I don't believe her head's going to hit the.
No, it's not
There's
happening.
still some in that cup, just so everybody's
Yeah.
aware.
It's funny.
Yeah, I still have some too.
Oh, I was the only one that actually did a shot.
So speaking of, you actually did a shot like a shot. No. We were taking our time and savoring the tequila because we're gonna go home and I gotta cook and then make margaritas. So speaking of singing. Naz, so what happened here a couple weeks ago on Live from Rabs was an idea that spurred into what we're calling Rabs Got Talent.
Yep.
And so we hope that you guys, we know you have talent, and we want you to participate by submitting a video and being a part of our talent contest.
And listen, it could be a trick you do with your dog or parakeet or whatever. It could be any talent.
Parakeet.
I picked a parakeet.
Okay. That just came out of nowhere.
It did.
The trick you do with your parakeet. I mean, if anybody can do a trick with their parakeet, go for it. So this is the post that's out there. There's another one coming, but we want to see your talents. We want you to showcase your talent. We've got some prizes, but you have until May 15th, the end of the pause, to submit your video, bowlatrabs.com/talent.
Very good.
I did it.
Maybe you should do some shots of tequila
Tequila more
before-
often.
Right, exactly.
And showcase your talent. We've had some great talent on our show with us, and we hope that they will all consider putting in their videos. And you guys will get to vote on a winner.
Yeah. I think that's an awesome idea. We've had some great singers on the show.
We have. And we have when Joe
there were others.
Calandrillo comes in the booth, he's the comedian.
He says he's going to submit a little comedy.
So he says, we'll see. He didn't want us to be biased because he's one of us.
He feels right. But it's not going to be us really judging.
No, but he's going to be back this week.
He is going to be back.
He's coming back on Saturday because he works during the week, which we'd love to have him all the time.
I'd love to have him here every
the
day.
Frank, Naz, and Joe show on a permanent basis. But so Joe is going to be back on Saturday for PBA Pro Bowler Saturday.
Not to disappoint.
And so this week we've got so Saturday when Joe comes back, we've got PBA and world champion, the one and only Tim Mack joining us.
Tim Mack will be joining us on Saturday.
So any Tim Mack fans, he is an awesome.
He's
guy.
a great guy. He's
And
very down to earth.
Travel the world. A lot of bowlers have attest their being able to go bowl around the world
because of him. Yeah.
The opportunities that he's learned and went out and traveled and been a
Yeah.
part of that for so long. He really did grab the bull by the horns and bring people into that scene.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun on Saturday for sure.
Local guy, right? From Pennsylvania?
Yeah, he's not the Pennsylvania guy. I don't think he's living in Pennsylvania these days.
Oh, okay. But he's from
He could be, but he's from Pennsylvania. Yeah. Another one. Just like
Yeah.
Bob Learn. Bob Learn's from good old Erie.
Yeah.
I don't know where Tim's from. I'll have to find out. I'll have to ask him.
Well, that's good.
So talent, bowling.
We are working on some other really good guests too. So yeah, those announcements will be coming. Well, I was going to tease it, but I don't.
You can't tease something you don't not have. We have for the rest of the week. We'll talk about the rest of the week.
Yeah.
But I just happen to be
But I'm
talking.
very
so that's
excited
what I
about
brought
this.
Joe up, so I figured I'd bring up why we have a guest on Saturday.
And if you have any guests you'd like to see, send us your requests. Frankie and I don't care. We'll talk to anybody. We'll call them up. Come on our show.
I just keep scrolling through the phone.
Exactly,
And going,
that's what
okay,
we do.
send them a message. And then they go, okay, maybe not this week, but next week, yes, you're in.
You're in.
And then I don't really give people an opportunity to say no.
No. Yeah.
So I have to say, we've been very fortunate with the folks that we've asked to be a part of this.
Great. I think
we've been doing this now 46 days because we took one break.
Yeah.
We are going to take another break.
Mother's Day we're going to take off.
We're going to give Nazareth Mother's Day off.
And so you could spend time with your mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't play it off.
No, I'm looking forward to that.
You're cooking your mom's special.
I am. We're cooking. We're going to barbecue. It'll just be us, but we'll celebrate the moms. So we're going to take Sunday off. So we were daily until further notice, and that meant until Easter. We took off.
We've only taken 2 days off in this whole
We've only
time.
taken one so far.
Well, but
So 46 days. We've had a lot of guests, more than 45 guests in that time.
yeah, because we doubled
We've had
up
multiple
sometimes.
guests in a show. And I mean, this really has been fun. And we really, I say it every day, but we really appreciate you guys tuning in and
We
the
truly
comments, the text messages, the emails.
All of
Keep
it.
them coming. If you have something you want us to, you want to see, you want to share, shoot it over to us. We certainly, oh, Dennis Hacker. I'd like to see Jimmy Hoffa on your show.
He's probably not going to be able to. We could get a cutout maybe, but some people might not think
Some
it's
cement
really
bricks
funny.
might work.
Yeah. We don't really joke about Jimmy Hoffa. It's part of it.
Not around here. We really don't. As funny as it is, we try not to joke about that around here. You just never know.
You just don't want to upset anybody. You don't want to upset anybody. What do you
Sorry.
think?
You just never know who's around or who's
Oh
listening.
yeah, we don't.
Johnny P.
Johnny P. Now that's a doable guy.
Yes,
I
we have
did,
reached out to.
as
We
a
have
guest.
already reached out to Johnny P. So possibly coming soon.
Okay. I would like to have Johnny on with his son.
Yes. Well, they're not in the same place, which
I
makes
know
it a little
they're
bit
not. They're
makes it
not
a
coming
little
here
bit-
anyway.
makes it a
Frank.
little bit more difficult to get
Why?
Johnny on the to
On the West
and-
Coast.
no to
Oh yeah,
embrace the
yes,
technology. If anybody
Yes.
knows Johnny,
that is true.
the technology is the
But I
little
think
stumbling block. But we're going to
Patrick
work on that.
Should be okay.
Yeah, I think we should. Yes, he didn't commit. He said yes, but we're working on Johnny. We're working on Johnny. I mean, if you're gonna keep sipping the tequila and then coughing and making a face, then why bother? I should have just made you margarita Jello shots.
That.
I didn't.
So you
I
missed
didn't-
the boat,
I
Frank.
missed the boat. I didn't
It's
have
your
time
fault.
to go in there and make Jello shots today.
Oh, we're very busy.
So it's Cinco de Mayo. Yesterday was May the 4th, Star Wars Day, because that's really what it is. So here's a meme of the day.
Throw it up there. Oh, is that the one that says this year Cinco de Mayo is on Taco Tuesday?
Falls on Taco Tuesday.
I can't see it because I told you.
This is it, people. This is what we've been training for. Little extra Star Wars humor in there, especially since Baby Yoda's been with us all this time. We're going to have to say goodbye very soon. We told Melissa that she can have him after yesterday.
In the show, does he leave at some point? Does he grow up and
We don't know.
leave the show? You don't know? Okay.
We don't know yet.
Okay.
We don't know what happens.
We
We don't know what happens. It's this whole Baby Yoda thing is still an unknown anyway. So if anybody's watching The Mandalorian, I mean,
You know what? I think I'm
good.
going to have to peek
Mandalorian
at it.
is good.
Okay, so yesterday you suggested that I watch it in chronological order.
I mean, as an activity, if you want to go watch the movies, yes.
Yes, in my spare time, I'm going to.
Not the way they were released. The actual
chronological. So this is going to be maybe one of the first ones.
Movies. I'm not. This is a TV series. It's a little different.
Oh, I don't know.
It's a series. So I wouldn't. Yeah,
I'm not even going to put that into
because
the
this is a separate.
whole separate story.
Yeah, and you
But
can kind
doesn't
of
it
put the
give
story
me
in the middle.
backstory of Yoda?
No,
No,
No.
It's just chicky nuggies.
it's not, no chicky nuggies either. That's all Facebook, social media world. No.
Do you listen? Do you watch what you're told to watch? Did you watch Jumanji?
I don't have any time. I go home.
She hasn't watched Jumanji yet either.
I
She might
haven't
be going
watched
down.
Jumanji.
John, she might be going down.
I'm not.
She's spiraling. She's spiraling.
She's spiraling.
Spiraling. Those who
No.
have seen me spiral know this is not spiraling.
She
Did you-
did get eye drops, but look at her eyes right now. Look
I
at
got
her
eye
eyes.
drop. You can't go
You
by my
know.
eyes.
I'm over here. I can't see, but
Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
Well, we just had this conversation about her eyes. She was having some difficulties. I got it.
I got some
Things
First of all, this is horrible allergy time.
It really is. Well, and it's been windy,
And
and,
it's
we were
only
outside the other day.
And I think it's only the trees right now. Nothing, hardly anything else has kicked
Nothing's
in.
come up.
But it's very windy.
Are you
So-
dilated right now?
I don't know.
Can you leave her alone, please?
They
No, because I know the struggle in life when you're dilated.
They put drops in my eyes and
We're talking about eyes.
in my eyes. They put drops in my eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's no, I don't.
You're not dilated.
It's no, but it was a couple hours ago now.
Hey, she's having some eye issues. Leave her alone.
I'm
Hey,
not
she has to
picking on
moisturize
her.
her eyes. And don't we all have to go through that
Listen,
sometimes?
right.
Plus the tequila.
Moving on.
Liz is checking up, is concerned about the whole tequila thing and the eye drops.
I don't have to drive anyway, so that should put everybody at ease. So
Yeah, without a doubt.
Okay.
Anyway,
moving on. So if you have any ideas of any guests you might want to see, Johnny Petraglia is a great suggestion. We might need to give him some help on getting on the platform.
yeah, we're working on that.
Yeah, we're working on that.
We're working on it.
And yeah,
We didn't. This is day 50.
Frankie, you just changed the day, didn't you?
No, 50 of the quarantine.
Oh, right, 46 and 50.
This was episode 45. Well, quarantine day 50 on Cinco. It just hit me. Day 50 on Cinco de Mayo. There's something to be said for that. I bet you if we try to play some numbers today, we're not getting.
They're going to
in.
be sold
Other
out.
people have already paid for them.
It's possible.
That's a shame. We're gonna try that before we go. I gotta play my numbers anyway. I'm a little upset. So watching Money Heist, ready for this? Watching Money Heist, one of the dates that came up, one of the characters' birth dates happens to be January 5th. And it came up 0105 and the 1964.
Okay.
And there we looked, it was like, because January 5th is my mother's birthday.
Right.
So, of course, the next day I played 105 and 0105.
Right.
Well, I didn't play it again the next day. And, of course,
Came out.
107 came out that night. And then the next day, 150 came out boxed. So I was a little upset. Now, we usually play numbers for the week. So Liz Johnson's another good one.
Yeah.
We will reach out to Liz. She's on the short list. We just haven't reached out to her yet. And, yeah, a New Yorker. No less.
Another New Yorker.
A New Yorker. Good from good old Buffalo. So speaking of New Yorkers, tomorrow we have John Mark Manzione, editor of Bowler's Journal International. He's going to be with us on the show tomorrow.
Awesome.
John Mark, he's got an interesting take, and he writes a lot about bowling. He's from the area. He's from New York City.
He's from the city? I knew
from
he was
Brooklyn.
from New
He's a Brooklyn boy.
We got to, Brooklyn's going to be
he'll
in
tell
the
us tomorrow.
house.
I'm a little fuzzy there, but he spent a lot of time writing about action bowling, and he's historian, and then he's doing this gig as the editor of BJI, and so he's going to join us tomorrow, and we could talk just about anything with him. He's been interviewing proprietors around the country, talking about COVID and the business landscape. Right. I spoke with him last week. So he's got a different perspective too on what's happening here. But and he's a young guy. He's a young guy that spent a lot of time in the history books, so to speak.
Yeah,
so.
That's cool. I'm sure he's heard some action stories for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's funny because when we see each other, he brings up some stories, and I look at him going, dude, I'm a little younger.
Yeah.
But I grew up a little around it. The stories, I've heard a lot of the stories, but
right.
it wasn't here in the bowling center, so I didn't see it. I saw some, but not stories. Not like what I've heard.
Right.
My dad bowled, my uncle bowled, so I've heard those stories. I've heard stories from all the guys, and so it's a little different perspective that I have of it. So anyway, he'll be with us tomorrow. Speaking of Brooklyn, John Laspina is going to join us this week.
Oh, John Laspina.
So,
I bet you quite a few of you have bowled in his centers in Brooklyn, I'm sure.
Yeah. So, former proprietor of Maple Lanes, Gil Hodges Lanes.
That's awesome.
Currently, him and his family operate 5 centers throughout the country, here in New York and in Florida. Right. He's the chairman of the Bowlers to Veterans Link. So he's going to talk a little bit about BVL. We'll talk Brooklyn.
Well, that put a damper on our plans for this year.
Yeah, that did. We had an event. We were planning an event for July, and that's not happening. So next summer we'll be ready to rock and roll.
I sipped that. It went down very smoothly.
Well, now you can't taste them. Your taste buds are probably gone. And if your taste buds are gone from the tequila, yes, that's good. If they're gone for any other reason, go away.
Oh no. I can smell everything. Don't worry about it.
Oh, and then we're going to talk food on Thursday. So we got a nice weekend setting up the rest of the week with all of our friends. We can talk food. We're going to talk bowling. We're going to bring it back. Talk Brooklyn.
And maybe surprise announcements for some upcoming guests tomorrow, which would be awesome.
We'll see. And Sunday we're taking a break. So Sunday you get to enjoy a full day without
us.
Did you cook? We didn't talk about what did you cook last night? Did you cook last night? What was on the dinner table?
No, I did leftovers last night.
Oh, that's right. You had plans to do leftovers.
Yep. We
That's
did
tomorrow.
the leftovers last night.
Oh God. Thank God our time is almost up. We did so Anthony cooked. Oh, this is a news flash. Breaking news.
Go ahead.
Anthony chopped kale last night.
He chopped it.
For the first time in 2 years, Anthony chopped kale
So proud of him.
himself.
Did he keep the rest of his digits?
He has all his digits. He cooked a nice meal. He cooked his turkey bolognese that he makes.
Did he do
very
the
lean.
regular rocking?
I wasn't
pudding,
there. I didn't
Or
watch.
did he just do the very?
It's just the matter that he cut.
I have
Yeah, I
no
understand.
clue what
Okay.
he did. I wasn't there. But I've seen him use a knife, and now I understand a little bit why he probably cut his thumb off. But anyway,
I actually have spent this time learning to use the knife properly. I've been
there's
watching a
skill
lot of
to it.
videos.
You
Yeah,
know, the grip, the
And I
rocking,
always,
and feeding the knife.
I always envied watching on videos where they were able to chop like mince things really fast, and I was like, how do they do that? So, but there are some you can learn to do anything on YouTube.
That's very true. Now you just figured that
I
out.
took my built-in microwave out on YouTube. I never would have been able to figure it out. But I went on YouTube and I said, how do I remove an above range microwave? And it told me. I mean, all the steps were there and we took it down.
See what happens here on Cinco de Mayo.
It's crazy.
YouTube, you learn anything. Listen, we've talked about this. The kids. One of the things with my niece and nephew, and I love them dearly. They know all about the toy
Oh yeah.
before they even get it.
Yeah,
and
is
open it.
he still a big thing, Ryan?
So Ryan toys videos, and then there's a bunch of copycats.
Yeah, of course.
A lot of kids
But
have
he's
their
the
own
big
little things. He's the
bankroll
big one.
kid, man.
Oh
He's
yeah, his mother created that, but he's still on
smart
there.
woman.
So like, if Thomas and Allie will ask for something, and they'll get it at some point. Like right now, Allie specifically wants something for her birthday, and Uncle Frankie has to buy it.
Well, because she knows if she is Uncle
So
Frankie.
now it's there, and I got this box, and it's humongous. God knows how many pieces this thing actually is. So it's got to be put together one. But she knows all about it. She watched a video on exactly how to play it and put it together. That the whole fun of playing a video game, at least when I was a kid, was to figure it out. Then you had the cheat books for certain games where you learned all the behind the scenes things. Now they just watch YouTube before they even get the toy, and then in 5 minutes it's all figured out and they're done.
Yeah, it's and actually we brought this up when we were talking to Dr. Dean, not as a joke, but that the having something at your fingertips. If I have a question about something, I just type it in. If I want to know how to do something, I just go to YouTube and or I Google it. If I want to know the lyrics to a song, I just Google it. I was listening.
You don't even have to do that anymore. Now
I know,
in
it comes up
in
on my thing.
iTunes, you just press the little button. The
I
little
know
dot, dot,
on
dot.
my the thing that sits on my
The device on your desk.
device on my desk.
Your
Ray
iPad?
loves it because the lyrics come up on the screen.
Isn't that cool?
When I was a kid, you know how many times I had to listen to a song to learn, and half the
To
time
learn
lyrics
the
were
wrong
wrong.
lyrics.
Exactly.
And then
If
of
you were
course, with the-
very lucky, now I'm going back. The album
right,
came with an inside,
like an insert.
and it would have well, that was a little past, but it would have the lyrics on the inside. That was a bonus
Were printed on the inside cover.
on the jacket.
Oh,
Yes.
that's cool. Well, I remember,
Not now. Everything is
but then cassette tapes even had them, but they were now the text was so small because it
Small,
was
right,
maybe like
right.
a front and back, but
They were there.
They were
They
Or
were
then
there.
some of the CDs and the jackets, but then they started getting thicker, but then it had all
Correct.
the
And look how much we just went through the history of music.
yeah. Yes, there is definitely something else besides Atari, which I used to love playing my Atari. Speaking of Atari, in today's world, the Nintendo Switch is impossible to get.
Right, unless you
Impossible.
if you want yellow. I think I saw the yellow one
It-
available
like the
somewhere.
Yeah, but it's not even. It's like the
It's not
downgraded
the
one.
regular one, right?
It's like the iPhone plastic versus the real iPhone,
Right.
whatever the R versus the S. It doesn't have all the capabilities, but yeah, you can't even get them. And the cool thing about the Switch, it's a console altogether because you plug it in, goes to the TV, take it. You can play
Oh,
a game,
really?
plug it in, unplug it, take it on the go, play. The remotes come off, but you cannot get them right now. When this all started, people
Every
were looking
parent went out and bought one for their
If
kid.
they didn't have an iPad, they now have a Nintendo Switch or lack thereof because they can't get them. I even looked to one. I was like, oh, let me go check this out. No,
Yeah, well, sorry.
you can't have one. So you're playing games on your iPad, your iPhone. I'm sure lots of you are playing your slots. I have to say, I like seeing the Facebook posts. You see less of them these days, which is so much better than when all these games
Oh,
came
when
out.
they came out, right?
The
Everything is
constant
share.
the share and your feed was filled with
Yeah.
Cafe World and Farmville and
Oh,
Slots.
Cafe
Now
World.
all those are on
What
their
was
site.
the other one, Liz?
Farmville.
Farmville, right?
Yeah,
There was-
I bet you I have food that's like gone.
I need you to go harvest my crops.
My crops are like burnt up. If Cafe World even existed, I'm sure all the burgers are like on the floor.
They came out with like newer versions of them now that they're not.
Oh, it's the Switch Lite. Thank you, Hillary. Switch Lite. Yeah, it's like the cheaper model. You can play the games, but it's
right. It just doesn't have all the capabilities.
Yeah, PS4 games, and that's a good point too. If you have a PS4, they're more like the intense
Right,
RPG
like the
graphic, and
Right.
then the Switch games are more social. Like the new one, Animal Crossing, is very social.
Is that like Frogger?
No, not even close.
Okay.
It's
Because I
Like
hear a lot of people
Sims,
talking about it.
It's like a Farmville meets The Sims.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
like Sims with Farmville graphics, kind of like you build your.
Yeah, you gotta fish and plant and grow.
Oh, that's like that's a whole other life.
I remember playing Cafe World and having to go back in there. Oh my god, I have to click on my stoves because I had to catch up. And then of
When
course,
I think of the time spent, I will never get back on those games.
oh, they were fun.
They
My
were fun.
favorite. We touched on this the other day when somebody brought up Slingo. I used to love on Facebook. Now Facebook on AOL, dial up, and then you would go into the search bar. You type in Slingo. The original Slingo. Then they updated it with a couple bells and whistles. But then you typed in 000 when you got out of order, which was a fun word game. And then Take 5, which was the cards that would pop up, trying to compare it to another game. Fun. They were just fun. They were fun games. Then they moved them over to Pogo.
Oh yeah, Pogo became.
I'm a little upset.
platform
Pogo has updated. And so I went back into my Pogo. On the new Pogo, all of your levels are gone. A little upset. Very upset.
There's always Pokemon.
There's always Pokemon.
You can always go find your Pokemon.
Yeah, and now in quarantine on that game, they've made it easier for people to play.
Really? So you can find them in your house?
You could find them everywhere. Naz, you could take your phone right now and there's be one on your head. No, you could
I
battle.
always
You could
used to
battle a
find them
gym
over
from
there.
afar.
Yeah, I always used to find them over by Lane 1. There was always Pokemon down there.
Oh, Tina Recchia, we wished you a happy birthday on your
Happy
birthday.
birthday, Tina. I'm sorry I missed the
She's sending us
drive-by.
kisses. If you're still here, happy birthday again. Your drive-by was fun, which turned into a block party, which I've never seen before, but only the Recchias and your family would do that, where the drive-by just stopped and everybody just hung out in the street. Marco Jr. was even in a hazmat suit. Shocker.
That's not a shock.
But Harry made an appearance that day. Harry might have to make some more appearances before we're out of quarantine because, we have until July 1st.
He's got a lot of time.
So we talked about, and I just want to kind of finish that thought there. So even though we might not be able to open till July 1st, life is going to be getting back to somewhat of whatever normal
going
might
to
be.
start to move around a little bit more.
We might have to rethink this platform.
Travel around the island will go back to crap again.
Naz dropped another crap bomb, so she must be drinking.
Finished mine.
So just think about that. We said we've been extended to May 15th, but after the pause, we're going to continue to do this as much as we can. We just might have to think about a new time or think about maybe doing it a little less because hopefully people are going back to work. Maybe you're not sitting at home able to watch us. So, You never know. What
Let
might
us know if
evolve
you
here.
still want to see us daily. You let us know.
Don't forget the door games on Oh, I mean, there were a lot of good computer. My favorite computer game, Roller Coaster Tycoon.
I never played that. I
Oh.
did have it, but I never played it.
And I like The Sims. I did not like Sims when they remade all the fancy graphics. Did not like Sims. Don't like Sims now.
I have Sims.
I like
now.
old school Sims. Same thing happened with Roller Coaster Tycoon, which I have on my phone now. I can play.
But they still have the cheats. You can still get your simoleons. You can
Right, just the simoleons.
you can still cheat and build the biggest house on the block.
I know, but that's so fun though. They were fun.
It's a good time.
Anyway, so think about that. And computer games, really now, they're all the social games. If anybody's playing games, they're all in the social space. They're on the Facebook, if you're in that, or
Yeah,
you're
if
playing
you're-
on your
yeah.
phone, which still tie to the social space.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
in order to even log into any game, you have to log in through Facebook or some sort of medium to play. Anyway, we could talk about games all day. So, hey, thanks for tuning in. We talked a lot.
Thank you.
We did talk about nothing, but we talked about a lot. We hope that we gave you a little clarity on what the bowling season, what our business is going to look like. We still don't know. It's still a little unknown.
Well, they have as much clarity as we have.
Yeah, but we have we're making decisions and working towards
Yes.
the reopen.
Yes, we are.
Things will look a little different as we open and as life gets to whatever normalcy it is, and whatever part of the country, and you're seeing different things too.
Yeah.
So we'll see. And Anne, thank you for sharing that.
Yep.
She can't wait for bingo on Friday. So if you don't know, I mean, anybody that's hanging around right now might already know, but the North Shore Rotary Club is hosting virtual bingo Friday night at a new time, 7 p.m. From Live Inside Rabs. I have my co-host Christine Dehart comes in and joins me. We had a great time.
They
this
had a
past
great
Friday.
time, I will tell you. It was a lot of fun. We had a great time.
We gave
We
away
had fun.
over $1,000 in prizes, almost $600 in cash prizes.
I think
We gave away some
you're gonna
scratch
have a
offs,
lot
some
of
restaurant
people
gift
this Friday.
cards. We already, so if you go to sinorthshorerotary.org/bingo, you can sign up. You could buy your bingo cards. Should be a fun time. $10 a card. You could buy one. You could buy a couple. And we're going to be live from Inside Rabs, having some fun for a couple of hours, calling bingo games, giving
Yeah.
away prizes.
It's fun. It's a fun night. We all sat in our living room, had it on the big screen. Think we might throw some music in there this week.
We were thinking of ways to spice up the. We used the wheel of names, which gets really, really tiny.
Oh, it gets small. It's hard. Yeah, but listen, it doesn't matter.
It's all in fun. So
Fun.
come and join us if you want. Friday night, 7:00 for bingo, while supporting some of our local programs and organizations here on Staten Island. And if you're playing from out of town, you could still play. If we're giving away a local restaurant gift card, we will supply
Switch it over.
something that applies that you can use. We had a couple of out of town winners this last
Yeah.
Friday. So
Yeah, it was nice.
all those gift cards, they dropped in the mail. I'm excited for them to go out. And then the next batch, Naz, you even won.
I did win. I will tell you. It was I was hanging on there for a little while, and I was wondering if
Hi, Samantha.
somebody. Hi, Sam. I wonder if somebody was gonna beat me to it because I'm really competitive when it comes to that.
Yeah.
She had bingo pre-typed out. In the
Oh, she had it ready. Well, don't give away the secrets.
Don't get-
There are secrets. I mean, people can figure out how to do it. But
I didn't
Yeah.
say that. That's not what I said.
Naz even said on the show that Greta thought she had bingo, but then she dipped into the.
No,
she was
what
dipping
she
into the
did,
water.
she actually
actually
did.
have it.
Oh.
She went back and checked it, and I wrote on her card late. She's not happy.
So when we're not here, when we're not live,
Bit of a
when it's
sore
not Naz
loser.
and I, it'll be Christine and I. You'll have
Yes.
Naz and I during the day, and you'll get double dose of me on Friday. And I don't
Chrissy's
know how I
much more
feel.
fun than me.
That's not.
And no, it is because she drinks more than me.
We did. I have to say, we did good. We really didn't drink. We were very focused.
You
The more I
guys
drink-
were drinking at 4:30 when I was.
No,
here.
we did not. No.
You didn't have those glasses out?
I did not open the wine when we had Sophia's.
Yay.
We had tacos.
You were definitely having the
fajitas at 4:30, 5 o'clock.
Okay.
I said, I'm not opening the wine yet, because if we
Okay.
did, we'd get into
All right.
trouble.
Yeah, well.
She's even
You did a
armed
good
me
job,
with corny jokes this time.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. You know how many? Wait, Naz, there are websites dedicated to bingo jokes.
Oh, well,
and
yeah.
they're the corniest.
Well, yeah, they are.
They're corny.
I
They're
would
really
maybe
bad.
come up with some more funny ones, but yeah.
Stan, Jimmy is not in today. You always ask this on a Tuesday.
And you know he's not in on Tuesday.
He's not
Stan, you
here on
call all the
Tuesday
time.
afternoon. Even when you call, you know he's not here on Tuesday. You get Michael. Michael is here somewhere.
Thank God he was here. He unlocked the gate for me.
But Michael's here, but no Jimmy. He's
Okay.
off today. Anyway,
We did. That's why.
yeah, my brother locked the gate last night on you. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I didn't believe that could happen. Well, thanks for tuning in and watching us. As we laid out the week already, so tomorrow, come back and join us. We've got John Mark Manzione, from editor of Bowlers Journal International, joining us, and we'll talk some action bowling, some history, and our industry.
And maybe a couple of surprise announcements tomorrow.
Absolutely. So until then,
And then Thursday we have Pam.
Pamela Sinestri. Pam.
Pamela.
We're going to talk food on Thursday. John Laspina is going to join us on Friday. Right? Today is Tuesday. Yeah.
Today's
You have
Tuesday.
me. See, Stan, he's asking if today is Tuesday. I had it right. I never have it right what day it is, but actually today is Tuesday.
It is Tuesday.
We just covered this with the meme of the day, if you were paying attention. Taco Tuesday and Cinco de Mayo happen to line up. Who knew? Well, thanks for watching. We hope we kept it real for you today. But Nez,
That was.
happy Cinco de Mayo. Go enjoy your margaritas, tacos, enchiladas, burritos, fajitas, whatever you're making. Go enjoy the rest of your day. And we'll see you here tomorrow at 2
Bye.
o'clock.